Hey, thank you all for being here. And that's Saadan with an N, not an M, because growing up as the only brown kid in a very small town in Arizona, I had to make that distinction way too much growing up. So I go to the gym a lot, and I feel like it's one of the only places that everyone thinks is good for you, but can actually be terrible for people. I swear the gym has a better PR team than cigarettes or alcohol because every time I go to the gym super motivated and excited to work out, I just end up leaving with body dysmorphia and critical depression. I walk in there and I see people 2 times as big as me, 2 times as strong as me, and 2 times as ripped as me, and I know it would take me years of hard work to ever look like that. And that's just the girls in there. I will never have an ass like them if I don't get a BBL. It's just not in the cards for me. Growing up, I respected authority figures a lot. Probably too much, to be honest. It didn't matter if it was the government, the police, a hall monitor. If you had a badge, I was probably going to do whatever you told me. But specifically, I always looked up to teachers and took their words as gospel. After all, these are adults who have their lives together and are supposed to prepare us for the real world. But now, my best friend is a teacher. And a lot of people say teachers are criminally underpaid, but I'm pretty sure he should be paying to call himself a teacher. It was not that long ago that I saw him standing over a toilet, projectile vomiting, after taking too many shots on his 22nd birthday. And that was a Tuesday night. I can't even go into what we did that weekend. And he teaches business for high schoolers. He was basically his students' age when that happened. If he can't teach them how to handle their liquor, how is he going to teach them how to do their taxes? And not only that, but he's sending me videos nonstop, 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. every day, always of half-naked girls shaking their asses. 8 a.m. to 4 p.m., that's peak class time. He's the teacher, and he's the one hiding his phone under his desk to use in class. I moved to Chicago about a year and a half ago. I didn't really know anyone, so I tried my hand at using apps for meeting people. And I was using Bumble for dating, so I tried using Bumble BFF, which is a part of the app just to make friends. And while I think it's a great idea, it's just kind of weird to make friends off of an app. First of all, I didn't really know what to look for when swiping on guys. No one really wants bad-looking friends, right? But I also don't want to be shallow and judge a book by its cover. So I just kind of set the line at not looking like a serial killer. And sure, I'll swipe right. And I was still disappointed at how many people didn't meet that line. Not only that, though, I related to women in a way I never had before, swiping right on guys in the app. I found that guys can be horrifically unfiltered when hiding behind their phones. For example, I talked to this one guy, and I asked him what he's passionate about, and his response was working out, chasing money, and the fact that women should be subservient to men, and that feminism is the worst thing that happened to modern society. And this was the 4th thing he ever said to me. We were not at that level at all. It would take me years of friendship to give you the benefit of the doubt on something like that. And not only that, guys can be terrible at taking rejection off apps. I once talked to this guy, and we didn't really hit it off. So I was surprised when he asked me if I wanted to hang out again. And it caught me off guard because when we did hang out, all he did was talk about himself, and the only question he asked me was what my favorite color is. And then he proceeded to tell me why green was the wrong answer. I guess I shouldn't have been surprised when after I said, no, I don't think I want to hang out again, his response was, oh, I don't actually want to be friends with you. I was just being polite. I did make some good friends in Chicago, though, although last year I did also have my first big friend fallout of my life. I stopped being friends with people, but it usually just happens gradually over time. But last year I was in a situation where, long story short, I was trying to distance myself from someone, and another friend of ours got drunk and let him know that I did not like him, and I did not want to be his friend anymore. So I got this text in response at 2 a.m. Yo, Saadan, you a pussy-ass bitch. If you have a problem with me, pull up and talk like a man. You fuckboy, sad boy. And this was one of the highlights of my year last year. For 2 reasons. One, I absolutely love drama, but I never have any of my own. So finally, I had the hottest tea to spill, and I would not stop telling the story to anyone who would listen. And 2, this guy's insult to me was one of the biggest compliments anyone could ever give me. He called me a fuckboy sad boy. He basically called me Drake. That's what I strive to be every single day of my life. I would want that written on my tombstone. Paralyzed Saadan Mir, fuckboy sad boy. my time. Thank you.